All right. All right, all right, all right. Gonna get ready to start here in just a second. Just a second. I do not have my headphones on. I'm tripping. I'm tripping. All right. All right, all right, all right. We bike. We bike. I don't know. Should I go to this scene? I guess I'll go to this one first. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's bright. It's so bright. It's so bright. All right. I had to turn the camera down for a second. Oh my god, it's bright. All right. Why is my email up here? I have the wrong thing up here. All right. Welcome everybody. Welcome everybody. Welcome everybody. What was I have up here? I was supposed to have this one up here. Okay. Here we go. There we go. All right. Yes, yes, yes. Oh yeah, the transitions. We got transitions up in here now. Um, what's going on, y'all? I'm your host with the motherfucking most chill, motherfucking Murray. Y'all now tuned in to live from the spot. Shout out to everybody tuned in, not tuned in. You know how we doing, how we rap. As you can see, the microphone is motherfucking back in full effect. God damn it. I'm a little bit blurry. I think I'm a little bit blurry. Yeah, I can see myself. I'm a little bit blurry. I'm gonna fix this. I'm gonna go through the camera settings here tonight and get myself a little bit adjusted back to the HD setting that I had. I was configuring the new as y'all can see, I was configuring the new background and shit, so had to get some things right. I might play with the camera too while I'm on here, but yeah. What's going on, Medusa? Free B, the homie. John Asatasi, what's going on? Yes, I am back. I am back. I am back. Big ups from the Pacific Islands, man. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. The Pacific Islands. Is that Hawaii? Is that Hawaii? I am not geographically sound. Is that Hawaii? The Pacific Islands. I believe that is Hawaii, if I'm not mistaken. If I am not mistaken. Let me see something. I like to know things. Okay? I like to know things. So we got Melanesia, Micronesia. Oh, Bora Bora, Tahiti. Okay, there we go. Now we got now we talking. Okay, so we got Tahiti, Bora Bora. So yeah, I gotta visit you, man. Ducey Island. What's this? This looks beautiful. Karamati, Aturup, Mora. Which one are you from? Which one are you from? Fiji Islands. Justin Verla, what's going on? Prince Cherie, what's going on? Yes, I blame public schooling as well. So I'm like, wait a minute, because he says Pacific Islands. I was like, wait a minute, is that Hawaii? Which island is that? Right. I'm making a trip to you, man. You're from Fiji, from the Fiji Islands. Okay. Oh my goodness, I've never heard some of these places I've never heard of. Nukumaru Island. You have Baker Island, Howland Island, Awaji. I've never. Okay, then now you got the island of Hawaii. My goodness, I'm not gonna pronounce that one. Aitutaki. I think that was that was Aitutaki. There's some beautiful islands. Oh my goodness, what is this? Itsu Itsukushima. Itsukushima. Okay, there's some beautiful islands, man. Yeah, we coming to see you, man. You're in the Fijis. Let me see. Let me see something. He's in the Fijis. Trop- there are 42 different islands in Fiji. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I didn't know this. Yeah, see, I'm with Cherie now. I blame public schooling. I didn't know there was 42 different damn islands in Fiji. Wow. That threw me for a loop. That threw me for a loop. All right, let me move this. Maybe that's why we're having such bright difficulties. Okay, a little bit better. I might try to also fix this. So a little bit better. Now you're not so blinded. Now you're not so goddamn blinded and whatnot. Do I have the camera configuration here? Let me see something. Like I said, I said I was gonna fix this later on, but I'll play with these settings later on. So I had specific settings on this shit, but for now I will leave them like this. For now I'll leave them like this. It's a little bit better. It's a little bit more clear. I have like a glowing '80s effect in me right now. I like it. I like it. Anyway, all right, let's go. So what we got here? For sure, my brother. Whenever. Yes, definitely, most definitely, most definitely. I'm going to say sometime around, if not this summer, next year. I did plan to go to Vegas already. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I was trying to make sure the audio was correct, especially when I was shocked earlier. When I woke up earlier, I was messing with it. I was like, oh shit, my mic back. My mic back working. And I said, all right, let me go live with Indiana Jones. Because that was the main thing. I was like, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do Indiana Jones if the microphone is not working. I can't do it. I just can't do it. Now, I know this is a little bit low because I'm looking at the level right now, and it usually does peak just a little bit. So I'm not going to mess with it right now, but I don't know. I don't know. Either way, I know you guys probably missed this and the less of the boiler room humming in the background. So I'm going to keep it like this. I'm going to keep it like this right now. All right. So we have an okay show tonight. I was going to do the Freemason apprenticeship book, but it comes to my attention there's a few other things that didn't happen. So we're going to shoot the shit. And if I get into the apprenticeship book, we'll do that. But other than that, we do got some other things to get into. We do got some other things to get into. I'm trying to figure out where we even want to start. I guess we could only because my mind is fresh on it. My mind is just freshly on it right now. I kind of want to talk about the loose cannon thing. I kind of want to get into that because I know that's going to be a minute. So let's at least start there. Let's at least start there. Apparently, loose cannon got into an incident at No Jumper. And well, first of all, before I even get into that, right? How about Vegas is only fun if you plan activities, but you can do a lot A free shit in Vegas. Yes, definitely. So I've definitely heard about that. A lot of free shows, free events, stuff you could just walk into if you have the opportunity to go to Vegas during Evo. Okay, okay, most definitely could try that. Evo, is that like the gaming event Evo? I believe that's what that is, the gaming event Evo. But yeah, when I plan to go to Vegas, I plan to do a little bit of gambling. I plan to do a little bit of gambling there, as well as I plan to see the dome. I definitely plan to see the dome as well. The that video dome. Plan to see a show up in there. Okay, it's a festival. I'm not too sure. I'm not world's biggest fighting game tournament. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought it was. The gaming event. I'm seeing the Evo festival. I'm like, this looks like it's football, but no, very familiar with Evo because I watched the Tekken tournaments with Evo. I watched the Mortal Kombat heavily. Who's my guy? Sonic Fox. Sonic Fox is the man. Sonic Fox is unbeatable. Sonic Fox is fucking unbeatable in damn near any fighting game. I mean, damn near any fighting game. Sonic Fox is probably gonna whip your ass. I'm trying to tell you, damn near any fighting game. Man is a world champion of all fightings. So I definitely would like to go out there during Evo and attend an event there. I will sit my ass there and watch every single fight. I will sit there high and watch every single fight with a drink in my hand. Go play a couple of slot games, come right on back. I'm trying to tell you. Um, all right, so I'm wondering if my throat is starting to mess with me now from drinking this damn faucet water. I should have got some damn juice when I was at the store. Um, I've been making what do you call it? The little packs and whatnot. The little I drink packs, drink mix packs. I'll be using drink mixes. Trying to save a little bit. But all right. So let's see. We're gonna get into this loose cannon thing. So apparently, loose cannon in Whack 100 set up a guy at No Jumper, and they made him think he was going to be at an interview. Um, I guess we'll start with Adam 22's dialect on this and what happened. Yeah, we'll start with Adam 22 and his response on what happened here. Did you see the match between Sonic Fox and Waka Flocka? That was hilarious because Sonic Fox did that blindfolded. He did that blindfolded. And the fact that he was really whipping his ass with Kenshi, that was cosplay right there. So that was cosplay as well as he really was, you know what I'm saying, had the, and that was the, I think that was the beta Mortal Kombat that came out. That wasn't even the real one that came out yet. But he was fucking him up blindfolded. I listen, hold on. Yeah, I think we bullshitting here right now. But before we get into loose cannon, hold on. Because hold on. You see what it says? Can I win blindfolded? It's only 4 minutes. It's only 4 minutes, but shout out to Sonic Fox and Waka Flocka for doing this. Look at this. Man's put the blindfold on. Imagine you playing in front of mad people, right? And the other guy is completely blindfolded and says, "I'm gonna whip your ass like this." He's looking down. He's not even looking at the screen. He's looking down. He's not even trying to look through the blindfold. He's looking completely down. Like he's trying to hear where he is. Shout out to the hood commentator doing this. Oh, can't he's fucking him up. Okay, so Waka is Baraka. Waka just hit him. So if you guys are trying to figure out who's who, the guy that's blindfolded is on the right. The guy Waka Flocka is using the character that's on the left. I had to be clear with that. The hood commentator is getting me, yo. Okay, Waka won the first round. Waka wins the first round. They're cheering Waka on because I would cheer Waka on too because he's in for it. So you gotta understand something. Even though Waka is playing him blindfolded, Sonic is still taking it. Man, you gotta retire from video games after losing like this. Yes, was good SL. See, that's the thing. The funniest part is Sonic is taking it easy on him. He is taking it easy on him blindfolded. That's the funniest part. He's literally taking it easy blindfolded. You blind as hell. You don't know what's going on. One round. Oh my God, he's doing his combo blindfolded. He took it easy again. He could have finished that. Bro, Waka can barely hit him. Waka, Waka can't even hit. Oh yeah, he's out of here. Waka said, "Hell no, I'm not gonna lose like that." Waka said, "I ain't gonna lose like that. It's gonna be a close one." Waka said, "It's gonna be a close one if I'm gonna lose." Oh yeah, he got him. 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 Bruh. It was close. It was close. It definitely was a close match. It was a close match. But real quick, before too many people get up in here, I want y'all to see what Sonic Fox looks like when he's not blindfolded. What he does to people when he's not blindfolded. Real quick. It's so real quick, just so you know, Sonic Fox is the character on the left. There's a poor soul fighting him online on the right. That's what Sonic Fox does when he's not blindfolded. when he's not blindfolded, he does that. All right, so let's get into this loose cannon thing. So let's get first listen to Adam 22 and his response to what happened.
facade and to be able to say your days are numbered. Your platform that you've built up over the last 10 years is doomed. And actually, people are going to stop watching your People are saying, No Jumper's in trouble. People are saying, No Jumper's getting sued. No Jumper's about to be down the drains. No Jumper's future is in jeopardy. A lot of people really, really happy to be able to poke holes in the No Jumper success facade and to be able to say your days are numbered. Your platform that you've built up over the last 10 years is doomed. And actually, people are going to stop watching your platform and they're going to start watching me and my 3 friends in this basement. You are done, 22. And to all that, all I got to say, kiss my ass! Kiss it! Each and every one of you, kiss it! Pucker up, plant those lips right on my dirty asshole that I don't even oftentimes wipe to completion. Sometimes I still leave a little bit of that downtown Judy Brown.
That duck butter. That Julie.
Kiss it. Kiss my ass.
That duck butter.
That's all I gotta say. Actually, I would not like to send those words. Those words are not going off out to the victims, because to the victims, my heart actually goes out to you. But I mean, myself, I don't know a lot about what happened in this incident.
That's a do it right there. Kiss my ditty ass. We going into 2025 with that one. Kiss my ditty ass. I don't even wipe it.
Is not something that involved me in any way. Yeah. This is something that took place between people who were not invited to No Jumper, and it is being trotted out and treated as if it was something that I in any way co-signed, that was in any way beneficial to my business. That is absolutely not true. The reality is that the 22ster was not there. The 22ster had gone home. These things took place outside of my building. And I to be totally real,
why are people hanging out? Niggas don't got hoods to go to?
Not a bad point. From my perspective.
What did you hanging out in Burbank for?
According to you, no. But that's another conversation.
I just heard your kid making noise and then someone handed a pack of cigarettes through the door. I hope that was not your daughter passing them off.
I hope it was. Like, that's amazing if that was.
Anyway, this is my thing. Dueling narratives. There are 2 different narratives that you could choose to go with in this situation. And I think that there's different levels of likelihood to different situations. The situation that is more beneficial to one loose cannon, the side of the story that you might want to believe if you were loose or somebody who's speaking on behalf of loose, is the idea that people came to No Jumper unexpectedly, uninvited, and they got handled. Now, that story would be somewhat understandable.
Sounds good.
This location ain't just everywhere like that.
At all.
We wasn't at the store.
Exactly. And we weren't filming live content.
Yeah, and it wasn't live.
There was no reason for anybody to know that we were in this building at that moment.
Yeah. That loose cannon knows.
Especially that.
Well, fools never show up if they're not like invited or specifically a part of a program. They never, ever.
Very few examples of people showing up uninvited here over the years. And I guess the other side would be the idea that these people were in any way invited here. Now, if they were invited here, it was not done by me. It was not done by anybody who works at No Jumper. So I can't really attest to that. I think that that's a question of, what do the text messages say? Are there phone records? Do the phone records indicate this? Myself personally, I walked outside right before I left. I saw two young gentlemen, not really that young, but gentlemen for sure.
That's also a generous term in this case.
Were they gentle? I don't know. Right, yeah, it's up in the air. I spoke to them. Obviously, I'm slightly concerned when I walk outside and I see a couple of guys. And I say to them, I say, are you guys here for whack? And they said, yeah. I say, okay. I shook their hands, determined that they didn't really seem like they were a threat from my perspective. They didn't seem like they were on bullshit. Mm-hmm. At least they weren't on bullshit with me. They seemed cool. So I go to my car. I get on the phone with Whack. I say, there's two guys here. They're outside for you. He said, okay, I think I know who it is. I get off the phone with him.
A different response.
I drive away, and 10 minutes later, somebody sends me a video of this incident. Now, what happened exactly? I don't know. What you see in the video, to me, seems kind of self-explanatory. That being said, I would like to formally denounce any such behavior taking place at my building in any way. I consider this an act of extreme disrespect for anybody to get into any such situation at No Jumper when we're just merely trying to make content. Now, that being said, like, if somebody showed up and they wanted to be aggressive, it would be understandable that they might be handled physically.
They spoke out already. So shout out to Young at Hefe.
Okay, they spoke out through his YouTube channel.
Yeah.
He said that he had spoken to them.
He spoken. Okay.
And I saw Rick Rock said,
remember that name right there, Young Ant Hefe, because Young Ant Hefe actually is going to disclose the more information, more detailed information on what exactly happened with the fight.
He had a conversation with him as well. Shout out to Rick Rock. I liked what you were saying.
Yeah, shout out to
They said that they were under the impression that they were going to do an interview that day or something like that and pull it up. Because I can't say for sure because it wasn't them out the horse's mouth. And they're probably not trying to talk because they think they got action at trying to take your money. And that, first of all, property line. Let's talk. We're not even going to talk. Should I even talk about that?
Whatever you want to say.
Because the property line, you weren't even at No Jumper, brother.
Beyond that.
Not like that, but you weren't even here. So therefore, and it happened outside of No Jumper. Nobody from...
So right there, that negates the fact that there will be a lawsuit on No Jumper. If there is a lawsuit, there will be a lawsuit against Loose Cannon and Whack 100. But if it's outside of the property lines of No Jumper, there will be no lawsuit to No Jumper.
No Jumper cast. Nobody that gets a paycheck from No Jumper was involved with that fight.
This is true. A lot of people are saying No Jumper employees lined these guys up. There were no Jumper employees involved with this in any way. Loose Cannon does not work here. Loose Cannon was here with someone who was doing a piece of content with me.
Whack had to put the okay down. That's daddy. Just remember that.
Whack 100
I'm not going.
Is Whack an employee? I would say no.
No, but he gets a check.
No, but there still is.
He
There's
did,
a
but
difference.
he did.
There's a difference.
He did
Whack gets
participate.
paid to do episodes with me.
No, he's not a part of No Jumper. I'm not trying to say as far as the lawsuit goes. I don't think it would go far as that goes because it's not like somebody who's signed to you that, you know what I mean? What I'm saying is that he had to give the dude that is not a regular in the building the okay to even meet up with somebody here or around these premises. You get what I'm saying? We weren't involved in no way, shape, or form, but you know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to put him out there either.
Yeah,
It is what
I'ma
it
say
is. I
this,
know he detached himself from the situation, but at the end of the day, Loose Cannon can't even speak a whole sentence without that nigga butting in. You think he can make a decision without him butting in?
To me, Wack seemed surprised by the fact that anything happened. I don't think that Wack would co-sign somebody being set up at No Jumper, regardless of the fact that Wack is not a formal No Jumper employee. I don't think I've always seen him seem interested in keeping a sense of order here.
I don't try to booka.
Honestly, that would have been a crazy addition. And I think anybody who's seen the video kind of thought that at a certain point, like, oh, are they about to put fingers in this guy's ass?
What do you think happened when the camera cut off, bro? That's straight buka.
I don't think that happened. I think
nah.
you're going to be the next victim at this rate.
Wack told him, no, Loose, you can't do that. He was probably like, I'm about to dig at his ass. I got some peanut butter. You know he keep the peanut butter on him.
Nah, honestly, like at the end of the day, like you said, like the role employee is a very loose term, especially, no pun intended, when most people that even come to No Jumper, if they're getting paid, it's most likely not necessarily an employee. It's people that are working with you. So there's like different dynamics there. So, you know.
Yeah, either way. From my perspective, I consider it just super disrespectful and shitty that this in any way took place at our building. Realistically, this is the thing that pissed me off about it, is the fact that people always want to put out this bullshit narrative about No Jumper and say that this is a gang hangout, that there is violence taking place all the time, when in reality, how many times has that actually happened? There's been a situation or two where people who didn't like each other saw each other and it was handled relatively quickly. There was the situation, obviously, with Kelpie and Suspect. That was sus.
That's not gang violence either.
Right. That was pimp on pimp violence. But either way,
it's safe enough for me to bring my kids up here.
Exactly. Same here. And we have had so few issues here over the years. And I've always had to sit there and feel annoyed when I see people making the argument that basically No Jumper is this thing that I in no way relate to, that we are just a place for violence, and that this is a place where it's almost encouraged that people be.
Not necessarily a place for violence, but Adam, you have to understand that you are the Jerry Springer of podcasting. You are literally the Jerry Springer of podcasting with the amount of violence that has happened. Not to say that you have nothing but violence happen on your show. It's the amount of. It's no different than Fresh and Fit. When Fresh and Fit had their show going, and they used to have the girls coming up there, the baddies, quote unquote, and they were always arguing and getting into a fight with each other. That was always happening, okay? So it's the same exact thing. Whether or not you have control over the fights happening, there are actual fights that actually happen on the show. Whether you like it or not, or put it like this, or whether you like it or not, the fact that people have acknowledged that there is a lot of different things and tensions that happen on the show, whether or not, like I said, you can control it or not, it still happens, Adam.
Attacking each other. I 100% disagree with that. But then now we have this new thing that basically makes it seem as if that is the case. And I very much resent it. And, you know, if this was a situation where people just showed up talking shit, trying to fight, and Loose Cannon did what he did to them, then I would be thinking of this very differently. I am under the assumption that that's not the case. I'm under the assumption
there's no way possible that's the case.
It doesn't seem like
unless somebody was sharing a location with this dude. Like, come on, you have to. It's so many.
Yeah,
like, there's no way possible that they that spot on. Like, we just gonna go to No Jumper today,
just randomly at this time. that was realistically like kind of the perfect time for them to show up if they wanted to get in some bullshit, because we had just finished the podcast. It's kind of winding down. No, Forrest was long gone at this point.
Oh, yeah, because I'm like, the only thing that you can say is like, oh, I was coming to see 4 extras and I ran into Loose Cannon. Like, if you work, because that's the only person that was on Instagram.
He had been gone for 3 hours.
You
at
get
that
what
point,
I'm saying? No, I'm just saying the only person that you knew was in the building that day outside of the regulars was 4 extras. That's all I would say. You wouldn't know anybody else.
Definitely. And, yeah, I just like am super not appreciative of this. It's just we're having to clamp down a lot in terms of the number of people that are coming here at any given time. All of a sudden, it's like we've just been a little bit too lax early on with this building. We were really, really strict about everybody coming in, only being able to bring like 2 people with them or whatever. And as time has gone by, certain people have been given, a longer leash in the sense that they're like allowed to pull up with more people and everything. And I think we really saw the downside of that the other day because some shit happened that in no way involved us. And yes, you guys can probably tell, yes, I have spoke to my lawyers, and they've been very good in making me feel confident that there is no real case against us, given that nobody who works at No Jumper had anything to do with this. It didn't happen inside our building. It happened outside of our building. I think like really we're just kind of waiting to see, will there be a police report filed? Because from what I'm hearing, the dudes who seemingly were assaulted are gang members. Now,
no, one's supposed to be a preacher.
And we've heard that as well. But either way, from my perspective, gang members usually don't call the cops on other gang members. You're rolling your eyes?
Since when? That's what you think. Like, that shit is like crazy. I've seen him call for less.
I mean, it is frowned upon, though, right?
He might not, but his name is Jay Reed. Do you know who Jay Reed is?
No.
You ever watched the movie In Too Deep?
No.
It's the
LL Cool J?
Yeah, Jay Reed's the dude, the undercover cop that was
That's
the same name.
No.
Do you think his parents named him after this guy, or is it a coincidence?
No, his hood name is Jay Reed, but I'm just like, damn, that's crazy. If he do call the police, it wouldn't be.
It would be on brand with the character in a random LL Cool J movie.
Okay, I have no idea what you're talking about, but
you gotta watch it
for sure. But either way, yeah, I mean, I'm annoyed that this took place anywhere near my business, but do I feel like I have anything to worry about? I've been told by my legal counsel that this is not really something that I need to be worried about.
Yeah, it makes sense. I don't really see like how No Jumpers, it don't feel like it's not a hangout type vibe. Like, yeah, like maybe for us, like we could like say what's up and kick it for a little while because we work with each other all the time or we're friends in real life. But even when there's guests, it's like a limited time. They'll come maybe like 20 minutes or 30 before their interview if they're responsible. Normally, you know what I'm saying? And
I feel like we've kind of realized over time that having multiple gang members in here at once is usually not the move. So we try to really, like, even when we've been talking about the news, it's easy to think of a newscast that would do well that involves multiple gang members because there's just like a lot of times they're interesting, funny, etc. But the bullshit that comes with having that is usually not worth it from my perspective. So it's like we try to. Even with this podcast, there's definitely been other people that came to mind, like, oh, maybe they would make sense on the podcast. But then it's usually like, nah, I'm not really trying to create any kind of weirdness in terms of having multiple people from different ways of life on here at once.
Yeah, because you actually do care about like the safety of the building and the people here and the integrity of the business. So you actually think about things like that. It's not just about, oh yeah, of course we could go viral if we compile these group of people, but there's ways to do it too
combustible. It's just too much bullshit that could potentially go wrong. So from my perspective, I'm upset that it took place. However, it's so crazy seeing how many people are just lined up to make content, just wishing that something bad would happen to us. And so many of these people are not even people that have any kind of like plausible grievance with us or with No Jumper. It's 100% Game of Thrones shit where they just see us as being on top and doing well and getting a lot of views and presumably making a bunch of money. And they just don't like the idea that they're doing the same thing that we're doing, but we're achieving a different level of success and realistically being able to employ a bunch of people and create a solid business. And so you see so many just wacky, crazy fucking narratives in terms of people just wishing that the worst would happen to us. And in so many of these cases, it's crazy to me because it's like, bro, if you took half of that energy that you have towards criticizing No Jumper and you were to take that and put that into in any way doing something productive for your own content, it would be way more beneficial. Now, somebody I respect, I seen Rick Rock talking about this exact storyline and basically laying it out there that he doesn't support or believe that it would be appropriate for somebody to file charges in this situation, even with the No Jumper involvement, because clearly the only people that, like, you could sue me. That shit's going away before it gets to court. And you will be left with you're suing other gang members. And if you are willing to accept how that looks to the public, sure, go right ahead. That being said, I think a lot of people wouldn't want to do that. And I have no issue with these guys. I shook hands with them. I fucking called the people that were inside the building that I thought they were there to meet up with. So, yeah, I don't know. To me, it's been kind of wild just to see how pathetic so much of the peanut gallery is and how desperate they are to try to create some kind of fucking narrative against us in a situation where it's pretty obvious to anyone involved. We are not, there's no Jumper employees on video.
Yeah.
There's nobody associated with us besides Whack even is in the video and he's not taking part in any of this violence. I've seen like countless people think that Whack was the one getting beat up in that video. People hitting me up left and right about that. Which is, also just annoying that people are just like, you're willing to call me, but you're not willing to like actually pay attention to the fucking video. But it does kind of look like it was filmed with a flip phone. But also that being said, it would be one thing if you just got into a fight. It's a whole nother thing for you to get into a fight at my building when you weren't invited in the first place and then release the video so that you can get a bunch of people praising you and telling you how tough and cool you are and shit like that. That really right there is the thing that really pisses me off. It would be one thing if you beat somebody up and then you kept the footage to yourselves and kept it gangster in that way instead of turning this into a fucking promotional campaign.
Adam teaching you how to keep it G, bro. Damn.
But if it was me,
have it been fades up here that been kept on the low?
I've heard.
You've heard
things.
You never know. You never know.
But they were things that were done in such a way that was respectable. It was never used for a promotional campaigin.
On either side.
People out there don't even know what we're talking about right now.
At all. And they don't need to. But I'm just like, the guy is such an imitation.
Ooh.
He's a crab with a K.
Oh, shit.
He's fake crab.
Ooh. Imitation?
You know how they spell the imitation crab with a K in the store? That's how you know it's fake.
You're saying he's Amy's?
That's it.
The vegan products at the grocery store? That's kind of an
we
obscure
real
reference.
Crips. He's a crab with a K.
He's a crab with a K. Crazy. All right, so let's hear from that, who he's talking about, that crab with a K. This is going to be Loose Cannon, pretty much talking about what happened, the truth in what happened.
Listen, I know y'all thinking about the footage that's going around, what happened at No Jumper. Y'all have to understand this, right? I don't run fake plays. I don't run the imaginary content that y'all be thinking that somebody's gonna just run and try to set somebody up and pay somebody to take a whooping. It don't work like that with me. I'm raw, I'm authentic. I'm real. I am sometimes too real. See, when y'all be cloud chasing and acting like y'all really want a problem, I'm gonna give it to you. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna give it to you. Sweetie! Sweetie! This is what happens when people clout chase. So let's go from the beginning. We were doing the Adam and Wack show. Adam is leaving the building. Adam FaceTime Wack. Hey, Wack, it's two people that's, wandering around the parking lot. You know who they are? And Wack was like, no, I don't know who they are. So I'm like, oh, I don't know, but let me go out and holler at them. So I walk out, right? I walk out with the dude, and he was like, man, I got a problem with Wack. I'm like, you got a problem with Wack about what? Yeah, I just got a problem with him. I'm like, you do? So I called Wack over there. Wack, come over here. Dude was like, man, you running this type of content and stuff like that. And Wack was like, what content? Wack pulled out his phone. Once Wack pulled out the phone, he was like, oh, this content. And then the dude was like, everything is not content. I say, you right. So, y'all see the results. Smack. Let's get to it, right? So, how far do y'all expect me to go if somebody's cloud chasing? I want to really understand this, right? Understand your mental, right? Because if me and Wack was on the other foot, y'all be saying, oh, this is what they get. This is what they got. They cloud chasing. They thought they was untouchable and stuff. But then when it goes the way it's going to go, oh, it's fake. It's a fake play. This is fake. How? Why? Because y'all wouldn't have the heart to do it? Or y'all not like this? And y'all expect nobody else to be like, listen, bro. I told you, I was big useless enforcer. I kept him safe. I kept a lot of people safe. Dead homies, like, I'm not going to.
And by the way, I do have that footage also. I do have that footage, and we'll go over that footage in just a second. This is Loose Cannon. So Loose Cannon pretty much is the guy that Adam 22 was talking about that invited a guy up there to pretty much get into that altercation. And what Loose Cannon is saying, and what we're going to look at in the footage, is there was a guy that pretty much was called up there, and they fake called him up there for an interview, and pretty much they got into an argument, or should I say a discussion, over some content the guy was trying to put out about Loose Cannon and Whack 100, some false information or whatever. And Loose Cannon pretty much said, well, everything isn't content, and then pretty much knocks the guy out. Like I said, we're going to look at that in just a second here.
I don't seem like I'm the toughest. Y'all be saying like, he don't look like a killer, but what a killer look like? Because I stand on everything I say. Because I'm not a marshmallow, sugar plum, soft sugar cookie, mayonnaise, yogurt, cottage cheese. Soft. This is what they are. They are Hawaiian rolls. Soft. They not like that. I peeled banana, soft. I peeled orange, soft. See, it be maple leaf with them. So I'm going to show you a little clip. But you have to really understand, I can't show you everything because everything is not meant to show. But it shows you enough to let y'all understand, keep playing with me. Keep playing with Wack. Keep playing with 600. Listen, we don't play around. We move militant. We don't move like how y'all move. What you thinking? Like, oh, you're going to have 5, 10 people? No, I'm going to have 30, 40, 50 all the time. You want to head of fade? I'm going to give you that. I love to fight. I'm going to give you the head of fade. After I knock you out, then don't be mad when the homies pounce. When we see sheep, we're going to pounce. So why y'all get mad? This is an example of stop cloud chasing. This is not what you want. I can't help it if I'm the realest in LA on the West Coast. I can't help that. I can't help it. What I say and what I preach is real. What, you mad at me? Oh, you thought I was a buster? I'm going to turn down something? I ain't turning down nothing. That's why you see me wear t-shirts. Dead homies. We ain't going to do this, this fairy tale stuff and like make believe and y'all thinking that, yeah, like y'all, these YouTubers get it messed up. I'm not one of them. Sorry, sweetheart. I'm not you. Y'all always be acting like, there's no going. I'm not going for it. It could have went a lot worse, but it didn't. So, sweetie, here y'all go.
Got much better footage than that.
Listen, I know y'all thinking about the footage that's going around. What happened at No Jumper? Y'all have to understand this.
I got better footage than that.
Look, y'all gotta stop playing. It's the reason why they call me the boogeyman. Like, this is facts. It's not no fairy tale. This is not what these rappers, like, they portray my life. Bro, I'm just blessed to be a music producer, an artist, a rapper, an entertainer, everything. An actor.
Where's the actual? One second. Oh, actually, hold on. Because I did get it. I just have to remember.
When you have a water line and sewer line protection.
I have to look up the name real quick. Because I do have it. Yeah. Okay, what is this one? That's what I thought. My shit acting like I ain't got the sauce. I know everybody's probably out at New Year's parties right about now. That's okay. That's cool. I know there's people that's gonna catch you on the replay.
Yeah, what's up?
Okay.
Somebody came up. There you go. And it starts, y'all. Y'all get in the comments and y'all let me know what y'all think. Y'all think people gonna still come up to that studio playing? Or what, y'all? Because
So, of course, as you know, the guy on the right is Loose Cannon, and the guy on the left is supposed to be this Crip that came up there thinking that he was getting a No Jumper interview and ended up getting set up pretty much.
years, he been giving out that address to different locations saying, well, I'll be here at this time. I'll be here on this day. All you got to do is pull up. So I guess somebody called him out on it and decided to pull up. It's not one guy, but it's two. It's another guy as well. And like I said, it's crazy, fam. Crazy work. But you see what's going on. Get in the comments and let me know what you think. Stuff for the Cloud Chaser TV.
Social media, who ain't never seen or met me. I'm trying to tell you, do the math. I've been around too long, been in too many places, too much shit. Don't do it to you. Any nigga giving you his location, that ain't a smart place to show up to. Playing.
He wasn't lying about that. Okay, so now this is pretty much gonna be young Ant Hefe explaining the situation on what happened that day.
I'm like every black nigga.
Don't want to hear that.
So, this part, the segment of Hot Topics is pertaining to no other than Loose Cannon himself again. So y'all see social media been going crazy with the latest and greatest of Loose Cannon Spectacle. So y'all all know and see somebody popped up at No Jumper, and y'all all see how Wack played it. You know what I'm saying? They said they didn't know nobody was popping up, anything like that. That led to them going outside. That led to a dude being snuck in or fired on because we didn't see no aggression. You know what I'm saying? We just going off body language. We couldn't hear what was being said over the audio. But what we did see, we seen Wack step back twice. You know what I'm saying? The second time he stepped back, I don't know if that was an indication for Loose Cannon to handle his business, but he definitely got off, you know what I'm saying, stuck old dude. You know what I'm saying? We had a little bit of the footage, but a lot of people been running wild with the wrong story, talking about that he fired on Harry O, security guard. It wasn't Harry O, security guard, nor was it a goon. It wasn't Harry O, security guard, nor was it a goon. So I'm going to go ahead and drop some of this audio and/or footage, you know what I'm saying, pertaining to the situation. Although I did drop some of the audio and footage yesterday in another segment I did pertaining to Loose Cannon, but now that the story had fell all the way in my lap, and I think that I have the correct story and/or correct theme, you know what I'm saying, to fit what happened. So I'm going to go ahead and play these clips and audio, and y'all already know it's the halfway and the half effect. We going to commentate.
So apparently a lot of rumors that were going around saying that was Whack 100 originally, and it was not Whack 100 that was going to be that.
So I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all probably seen that video, you know what I'm saying, yesterday, because a lot of YouTube personnel and a lot of blog sites, you know what I'm saying, was covering this situation. So we was only to get like a snippet of what happened. But if you had went to Reddit had the whole footage, you know what I'm saying, had the whole footage, you know what I'm saying. So the footage that I played for y'all and/or had was just the footage of y'all see Loose Cannon.
I think I'm gonna keep it like this. That way, it's a more better balance. I don't know. Like I said, for some reason, I noticed that I haven't necessarily been hitting a certain mark on the line that I'm supposed to be hitting. It's a certain yellow mark that I'm trying to be hitting with my volume. So now I'm trying to actually make it so it's a perfect I'm trying to make it so it's a perfect balance with the actual volume of the video. I'm gonna keep the volume of the video down a little bit, as well as, and then I'm gonna keep my mic volume up so it's not so crazy. I do apologize for that, Cherie. I do apologize for that.
You know what I'm saying, getting off, whooping him out a little bit. But the Reddit shows the whole footage, and the pictures I was showing y'all where it was two dudes getting their ass whooped and getting stumped out, not just by Loose Cannon. I don't know who the other guys was. Probably was like security detail personnel or something like that. You know what I'm saying? We don't know. We don't know who these people are. But soon as I drop my segment, my phone start blowing up. You know what I'm saying? Y'all already know. Solid individual, you know what I'm saying? Been through them stoops, you know what I'm saying? Been doing that time, hard body, been whooping ass, you know what I'm saying? We just keep it respectful, you know what I'm saying? And play it like a gentleman, you know what I'm saying? A scholar. So my phone started blowing up. Bam. I look, I don't recognize the number. I look in the text message log.
Let me also say this too. I see what y'all doing in the chat too, the soft. He done started something with the soft, extra soft with a side of fabric soft and on top of cotton candy. Snuggle soft. Soft as clouds, circus ass niggas. What's going on, Simple Town Radio? I was just noticing in the chat. I'm like, yo, y'all are going crazy with the soft, extra soft. Drake. Oh my goodness. Softer than pink. Is it just me or all the LA guys? Not all the LA guys. Let me see. A lot of veteran LA guys, I've noticed, have been making a lot of money off of beef. Pause. No Diddy. They just been making money off of some. I guess I can't. I don't know if I want to say even alleged. Just public Twitter and I forgot what that application is called. Clubhouse beef. It's just public Clubhouse beef. Like that's literally all that I'm hearing right now. Just some public Clubhouse beef that leaked out a little too far, and the guy apparently, got caught up in no jumper and got snuck. So I'm like, wow, and that's the thing. This is what we come to with some of the gang. That's what makes some of the gang members in LA look bad. When the old veterans are doing shit like this, like he said, everything ain't content, but then y'all done made a whole fucking week's worth of content out of this shit. That'll make a week's worth of content out of this shit over somebody getting called up there and beat up. Some shit that y'all, like nigga say, some shit that y'all could have did at Walmart parking lot at 3 o'clock in the morning or something. But I get it. I mean, y'all could have called this dude out at his house. Y'all ain't had to do this. Y'all did not have to do this. It's about the monetization, thugging for the gram. I guess so. I'm not for it. They softened in expensive pillows. I guess that Vera Wang softened in Vera Wang with that one. But all right. So let's see. I guess we'll stay on some more funny news. Because I saw this earlier, but I wasn't quite sure what the hell I was looking at. And I was just like taken back because I'm like, did he get evicted again? Oh, no, not. We're going to look at this one after. Hold on. We're going to look at that one after. This one's done for that.
Sheriff's Office eviction! Sheriff's Office! Step up.
Yeah, for what?
Step up.
We're gonna clear the house. We're gonna clear the house.
Okay,
so place change right here.
What's this for?
You have an active warrant
for what?
In Cobb County.
I just got out of jail with that. I just came out with that.
All right.
Fuck your mother. Fuck your mother. You punk fuckers. That's all right.
People look up to
Suck
you.
my Suck my
Tonight, we delve into the aftermath of a heated incident involving Raymond Scott, better known as Benzino.
This thing got evicted again. What is going on here? He got evicted again. I don't understand now. How did he get evicted again over this? Over anything? He better do some Tubi movies. Something. What is going on here?
A prominent figure in hip-hop and the co-founder of The Source magazine. On April 7th, 2022, Cobb County Police were called to Pepper Boxing Gym in Georgia after a reported altercation. According to the police report, Benzino refused to leave as the gym was closing, leading to a confrontation where he allegedly struck a woman in the face before fleeing to a nearby apartment building. Although the victim sustained a cut under her eye, she declined to press charges. What happens next is captured on body cam as officers execute a warrant at Benzino's apartment. Let's see how this went.
Sheriff's Office eviction!
While serving the warrant, officers learned from the property manager that the unit was up for eviction, so they decided to proceed with the eviction too.
Is there anything else in the house?
No.
I need you to step out, sir.
Okay. You give me too much.
Step out.
So I can't get my drawers on?
Step out.
Yeah, for what?
Step out.
We're gonna clear the house and we'll come back. We're gonna clear the house.
Okay, so that's fine.
Sheriff's office, bitch, and in here. Gotta close it to the left.
Gotcha. Sheriff's office goes to the room.
Hold what you got, Johnson.
Gotcha. Sheriff's office. All right.
See my flashlight, Johnson? Coming out. Sheriff's office eviction.
Watch yourself. Watch yourself. You know
Got
who
that
it is,
thought?
yeah. All right. Yeah, I already cleared it. So you already know who this is, really. Yeah, he's famous. Is he? Yeah.
So wait, when did this happen? When did this happen then? When did he get evicted? I don't know why this is in there. When did he get evicted? That's my question. When did he actually get evicted? When did he last get evicted? Yeah, 'cause they're making it sound like it happened a day ago. Yeah, they make this sound like this happened a day ago, but okay, so I saw his net worth was about $400,000. But my question is, where the fuck is he living at now? Cause correct me if I'm wrong, didn't he get evicted before this?
I saw it. I don't know if it's still active. But no, they just said they was just talking about he got arrested. When he said he was out. He got arrested somewhere else. I know he did. But all right, sir. You can come on in.
Yeah, all right.
You can get cash, medication. Before you go for anything, let me know exactly where you're going. Yeah.
My diabetes medicine. Let's see.
That's a damn shame too. That's a damn shame. That's what I was wondering too. Is he in hotels or something right now? Because this looks like an Airbnb or something. He getting kicked out of.
Are there any weapons in the house?
No.
Okay.
Okay. Hold on. What the fuck is my phone? Let me put on my shorts.
Yeah.
So I can call the truck now, right?
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
Do you have your ID on you?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Where's it at? It's over here. I get it.
Okay.
You smell my dog. Alright. Let's see. What else?
Any large sums of money or anything?
I don't know about you. I would have put the pants on way before the police opened the door. I'm just saying. There ain't no pussy in there. You just laid up doing absolutely nothing.
No, not like that. I just had my phone, right? They must have took my phone.
No, it's sitting right here.
Okay. Where?
Right underneath the pillow.
Okay, beautiful. All right, cool. All right, so this, look at my socks, sneakers. I'm good. Do that with that.
Well, we'll
So
see.
what are we gonna do?
They usually will do that. The crew
They're
will
not gonna
take
be able to do
everything
that.
out.
Right.
Where the fuck is Coyle Ray? Get your daddy. Come get your goddamn daddy. Come house him or something. Put him in your house. You probably got a house with a couple of different. I'm pretty sure you living with Trippie Redd and he got about 10 to 12 different rooms in that bitch. Just isolate him in one of them shits. Just get him a nice sex worker or something, allegedly. Get him something to occupy his time and put him in one of the rooms or something. What the hell is going on here? Coyle Ray, come get your daddy.
But how are they going to, can you ask them?
They could probably have bags and stuff.
That's what I need to know. Okay, cool. Do they got the bags?
They should have everything, yes. And if not, we'll let them know. So.
Yeah, let's make sure now.
Nah, I got you.
Just, okay,
yeah. We ain't gonna make sure all your property good, man.
Got you.
You got a shirt?
That's what I'm trying to find my damn shirt.
Just grab one.
Gotcha.
No, see, the reason why I say again, I say the reason why I say again is because I remember the first time this thing got arrested. And I kept asking myself, I was like, did he get kicked out already? For doing the same shit? Yeah, she messing with Trippie Redd right now, but y'all remember this one?
This guy, he knows he's about to get evicted, okay? So he's in desperation mode. He thinks he's a A-list celebrity, but really he's not.
Condescending, rude person for the last 2 years I'm working here. I mean, I've been doing it. She screams and she talks to people in a very condescending manner. Okay? I've been dealing with it for a long time, all right? She just can't talk to me any way she wants. She doesn't own this place. I'm a tenant and I pay rent here, okay? So when I come in here to ask her for information, she starts yelling at me. And then, I mean, this has been going on for a while. The fix-it men, nobody likes her. So as soon as somebody gives her back what she gives, then she calls police. Black Lives Matter. She's just not going to think that I'm just some criminal. I live here. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be abused and I'm not going to be disrespected by anybody. Like, I didn't come here. Ashley knows me. They know me. I don't start problems with nobody. But because Lindsay's a little white lady and she calls, and I'm the black guy with tattoos, then that's the thing. This is the thing we got going here. No.
All right, what do you want? Okay.
I want her. I need her. She never emailed me her manager's number, supervisor's number. I want to talk to them, and I need to complain about her. And she's not giving me the information I want.
So does she have an email address?
Yes, and I haven't got it yet.
Okay.
I've been asking for the last 2 hours.
Let me see where she at, and then with email, see if we can get your information, all right?
Yes, sir.
Miss Lindsay. Yes. I'm coming out of you. Listen, first of all, don't let that guy get to you.
Oh,
Okay? It's not worth it. Seriously. I know it's tough, but listen, don't let him get to you. Okay, all right. Understand something. Obviously, whatever he got going on, he's in desperation mode.
History.
But listen up. He's in desperation mode. Okay. All right. He knows he's in on the eviction process. All right. Don't let him get you upset. It's not worth it. Okay. I asked him what he want from you. He said something about an email from.
I just sent it. He just asked for it 10 minutes ago.
Okay. So we just sent it. Okay. I'll make sure he has that, and then we're done here. Okay. Now listen to me. This guy, he knows he's about to get evicted, okay? So he's in desperation mode. He thinks he's a A-list celebrity, but really he's not, okay? Don't let him, it's not worth it, okay? It's not worth him getting you, okay?
I didn't describe him the way he says I described him.
At this point, he got promoted to the C+ list. Maybe just a C.
Listen, we deal with people all the time that's in their worst way. Obviously, he's in a bad way right now, okay? So whatever he's saying, don't worry about it. We're not worrying about that, okay? All right. Only thing I'm worried about is make sure you gave him the information that he needed.
My supervisor, my regional vice president.
And that's all you got to do, okay? And I'll let him know that you did that, and I'll let him know that he needs to have no further contact.
Hang on a second.
I'll let him know he needs to have no further contact with you, all right?
Okay.
This is not worth it. Just don't let him ruin your day. Don't let him ruin your moment, okay? You're fine. We're going to take care of you. That's all you need to know, okay?
Thank you.
I'll be back with you.
Living up here, Mr. Scott?
2 years. She's so rude and so nasty, it's ridiculous.
How she rude and nasty to him? What'd she say?
I don't gotta talk to him. And she raises her voice, her facial expressions. Nobody likes her. The guy at the fixer shop just told me the same thing. She talks to everybody in a condescending manner.
Joe, okay?
I can't believe you arrested me for a warrant. You stupid. You slanty-eyed. Oh my God, I'm suing you. You stupid. You pull me up for no reason, and then it's not a warrant. It's a warning. They gave me a warning. I had no insurance. He gave me a warning. I never had to go to court. You stupid. I got you. I got you. I got you. I got you, Jackie Chan.
Hey now, I put ketchup on tacos and I put ketchup in burritos. Y'all leave me and Curtis alone for that. Y'all leave me and Curtis alone for that. I put it on my steak and cheese too, goddammit. I put it on my steak and cheese too. Everybody laugh at me for doing that when I eat my Philly cheesesteaks and I have the ketchup on it. I always put ketchup on my steak and cheese. I have to. I get mad at Subway for not having ketchup at their shit. I really do. I don't eat at Subway because of that. They piss me off when I get a Philly and I can't get no goddamn ketchup. That shit get on my nerve. that shit get on my nerves. I can't get no Philly cheesesteak with no ketchup. Well, I gotta be irregular with my ketchup on my cheesesteak. Why? That's what we did in the hood. You ain't never heard of a chopped cheese? Yeah, I never heard of a chopped cheese with ketchup. God damn it. That's basically what it is. That's pretty much what it is. That's pretty much what the hell it is. That's a Philly cheesesteak, goddammit. Philly cheesesteak with ketchup. They were looking at me like I'm crazy. Now, I'm not gonna do no Donald Trump shit and put ketchup on a goddamn slab of ribeye. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing no craziness like that. That just look and sound disgusting. That's just different. Yes, god damn it, I have done it on my tacos when I ain't had no salsa. You damn right. With the I was gonna say espresso cheese. Oh my goodness, the 7-Eleven cheese. With queso. God damn it, you damn right. I have did queso and ketchup. Or the shredded sharp cheddar with ketchup. I have definitely done that on my tacos. Yeah, good too. Good, goddammit. Damn good. All right. I guess the only other thing we had to get is I did want to watch these funny ass dash cams that I found here too. Right. See? I know somebody with me. Thank you, Sheree. Thank you, Sheree. Goddammit. Ketchup substitute. Ketchup can substitute sometimes. If you do it right. I'll hide the ketchup. No, you leave my ketchup bottle alone, goddammit. Especially when I order my White Castles. You know how many times I get mad because goddamn DoorDash won't give me no ketchup with my White Castles? That's disrespectful. How do you forget the ketchup in the bag? How do you forget the ketchup in the bag? If I'm getting burgers of any kind, why do you purposely forget my? Let alone you forget my napkins. You forget the ketchup too. I purposely bought ketchup just for when I DoorDash my White Castles. Literally, I get ketchup. I got my ketchup bottle, my Heinz ketchup in the refrigerator. Literally for when these niggas forget my ketchup at the DoorDash. I can't stand it. Yes, pray for us. Pray for us all. Pray for us all. All of us need God. I thought that was some LA shit. Nah, not even. Tacos with hot sauce. See, I'm a fan of hot sauce to a certain extent. I don't really like it too much, but it's okay on certain things. I already broke ketchup. We not even. I'm telling you, I need my ketchup on certain things, man. That's just me. I need my ketchup. On certain things, I need my ketchup, yo. It just ain't right. Now the crazy thing is, I don't necessarily like. I've grown to be okay with, but I don't take a liking to ketchup on fries for some reason. It's a little bit too messy for me. I'll do garlic parmesan fries, but I can't do ketchupy fries. For some reason, I can't do it. And if you from New York, you know what I'm talking about with the ketchup and barbecue sauce on the fries. The ketchup and barbecue sauce on the fries and the wings and the Chinese. That's the workers at White Castle. They seal the fuck out of the bag before they deliver people out get there. Not necessarily. See, that's what I'm saying. When you get even the 10-second burgers, they ain't sealed up. Know what I'm saying? Ask for some goddamn ketchup. Ask for it ain't hard to say. Hey, can you put some ketchup packets in the bag? Yeah, I never do. Just little shit like that. You can say. Just little shit like that. You can say. Just the homemade tacos, not the street ones. No, definitely not. Definitely not. Definitely not the street ones. Definitely not the street. You can't see. That's the thing. The street tacos, they gonna set you right. The street tacos is definitely gonna set you right. It's not like they're gonna just leave you willy nilly out there. They're gonna at least set you right with that. But I don't like how they do that though. I don't like how they do that. I eat my fries either plain or just ketchup with the barbecue sauce. Nah, I don't know about the barbecue sauce. Now, see, you calling me nasty? you talking about ketchup with barbecue? You talking about ketchup and barbecue sauce on the fry? No, matter of fact, no, you're right. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. I can't even call you nasty for that. You know why? Because everybody actually did that too. Everybody did that too. So it was ketchup, barbecue, and hot sauce at one point. I remember. I think my cousin did that. Ketchup, barbecue, and hot sauce on the whole thing. I'm talking about drenched in ketchup, barbecue, and hot sauce. The wings, fries, everything. Like I'm like, why does this whole thing look like it's just a Nightmare on Elm Street? The whole goddamn plate looked like Nightmare on Elm Street with just all this blood here. That's what it looked like, a damn bleeding plate of Chinese food. On my big back move. on the late night run to the stove. I know that's right. Ain't nothing like the late night snack sometimes. Ain't nothing like the late night snack. Wait, them bags don't be sealed. Where you at? No. Hell no. Where the White Castles have the bags with the sticky seals like envelopes. Nope. Not even. And see, that's the difference between I guess out here in New York. See, New York niggas steal your food. That's the difference. In New York, niggas steal your food. White Castle been around a long time in New York. They steal your shit. It's a little different. Niggas is still out your crave case. You think you got your 50 sack from DoorDash? It's 4 missing out this bitch. I already know how New York be down. I just discovered that combo. I only eat barbecue. I only eat barbecue sauce to some. That is funny. You know what? I kind of agree with you on that. Unless it's barbecue chicken and mac and cheese, then that's all year round. That's a good Sunday. That's a good plate for Sunday. Barbecue chicken and mac and cheese. I do that on Sundays with the string beans. Definitely a good mix. Cornbread. See, now I'm gonna get you on your big bag shit. See what I like to do. If I'm cooking dinner for a woman, I will make the Tuscan chicken. I'll make Tuscan chicken and pasta. See, my Tuscan chicken is different. My Tuscan chicken sauce is different. With the minced onion and the sun-dried tomatoes and the spinach, whipped cream with the parmesan. My Tuscan is different. My season game is different. Let me just say that too. My season game is different. Not gonna lie, stolen people. That's what I'm saying. Your shit about 30, 40-minute drive. You think somebody ain't gonna take out your shit? They hungry as fuck driving your shit. I understand. So sometimes I'll be cautious with that. Sometimes I'm cautious with that though. But nah, seriously though. My Tuscan chicken game different. I make a plate for a woman. Sit her down. The Tuscan chicken pasta is the Tuscan chicken rigatoni is an A++. With the Chardonnay, I'm trying to put you on. No, I don't use no damn ketchup on my Tuscan. No, I don't use no damn ketchup on my Tuscan. No, I don't do that. No, I do not. I'll show you. I'm gonna post a picture of that too. Next time I make my Tuscan chicken, I'm gonna post a picture on the YouTube. I think I'm gonna start being more of a personality too. I gotta start being. I was just thinking about that as I'm sitting here too with the new layout. I was like, I gotta start being more of a personality. I gotta start being a little bit more of a personality up in here. I make spaghetti for ladies. We call spaghetti knockout spaghetti. Don't eat my shit unless you ready to stay. It's so heavy you ain't gonna have a choice. See, you the type of nigga that purposely don't drain the meat. I can already see. Just by you saying that, Fred B, you talking about something that's so heavy. You the type of nigga that purposely don't drain the meat, so they got gas for days with the grease. I'm trying to tell you, I already see what the hell you do. You the type of nigga that don't drain the grease out the goddamn meat. So that shit be thick as hell. You be gassy as fuck. Goddamn heartburn about to pop out your shit. You gonna take one or two, and you gonna take that two in the bathroom. You gonna take that. That's the thing. Fred B making sure you take that number 2 in the bathroom, and you embarrassed. You gonna stay the night. That's what that is. You slick. You smart. You smart. You smart. That's smart. That's smart right there. That's smart right there. I don't even get my pizzas delivered anymore. Heard too many stories. That's what I'm saying. It be all types of shit that be happening with delivery. It be all type of shit that happen with delivery. You gotta really watch out. You got to really watch out here, yo. You got to really watch out. All right. I make soul food. I kidnap them with food. You can kidnap me with food. You can definitely kidnap me with food. I'm trying to tell you. If you make the right homemade garlic parmesan wings, you could definitely kidnap me. You could definitely get me. I'm trying to tell you right now. If your mac and cheese is good enough, you put the right amount of egg in that bitch, you put the right amount of cheese in that shit, you might could get me. You might could get me. You haven't had fast food in 4 years? All right, you cook. I see what you're trying to say now. You cook. You haven't had fast food in 4 years. I need to get like that. I need to discipline myself. I need to discipline myself from actually getting fast food. That is one thing I definitely need to say. Because I need to step away from McDonald's. I'm mad at the fact that the McDonald's is literally 2 minutes walking distance from my job. That's not right. That's devilish temptation. That is devilish temptation right there. They got the McDonald's there. The Chinese is across the street. Is Jimmy John's 5 minutes later. You got Italian delis. You got I'm not gonna say Quiznos. I forgot the Quesadilla Kings. Like shrimp and spaghetti. Absolutely. Brother, you haven't had island food? You're absolutely right. And I would love to have some. I would love to have some different type of dishes from the islands, because I know you guys, I know y'all season game is different. Let me give y'all respect where respect is due. Y'all season and grill game is different. Y'all shit is fresh, marinated. Okay, y'all shit is good island food. So let me give all respect where all respect is due right there. You ain't never had no shrimp pasta, Sheree? You ain't never had no shrimp pasta? I've had shrimp pasta all the time. Now, butterfly shrimp, that's a different. Fried butterfly shrimp, that's different. That's different. That's a little too much. But jerk Jamaican pasta shrimp. Ooh. I put your own. Let me put your own something. Jerk Jamaican with Alfredo, Cajun sauce. Let me put your own something. Jerk Jamaican shrimp with the Cajun Alfredo, with the Cajun chicken Alfredo. Let me put your own something. Rasta pasta. Rasta pasta is amazing. If you do it right, though, because there's different kinds of Rasta pasta, but you got to do it right, though. Let me just also say, for those that think Rasta pasta includes oxtails, leave now, and I'm calling 911 on you. Get it out of here. Anyway, Rasta pasta is very good, though. Rasta pasta is amazing. Shrimp pasta is not spaghetti. I rarely eat pasta once a year type of shit. I agree though. I agree. See, you have to you can say it's. I'll just say it's pasta. I'll say it's pasta, but you're right. You can't necessarily give it the spaghetti title. It's it becomes something else when you add the shrimp. It becomes its own thing. Green peppers, onions, shallows, and Newman's own Sakaruni sauce. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my goodness gracious. He hooking it up though. Trey B hooking it up. Trey B is hooking it up, I'm trying to tell you. All right, what else we got here? All right, so I guess we can get into the latest in Diddy news. Oh, that's what I wanted to do. I almost forgot. I had some funny ass dash cams I wanted to look at.
I don't have no STDs.
Hey, adrenaline junkies. Welcome to today's episode where chaos meets speed. We've got mind-blowing chases, insane moments, and non-stop action that'll keep you glued to the screen.
Say, State Police got me, YouTube. Stop at Warren Valley.
On January 15th, 2023, Trooper Brandon Neal stopped a woman driving erratically. As the trooper approached the vehicle, he noticed she was intoxicated and not wearing pants. Shortly after, the woman fled the stop, initiating a pursuit.
It's south on Warren.
I'm sorry to make you more hungry, Cherie, but dinner was lemon pepper chicken and garlic prawn fries. I ain't gonna bullshit.
South on Warren. We're stopped at Warren Valley.
The woman came to a stop after a TVI and fled on foot, and the trooper quickly caught up with her, but she resisted arrest, offering him something in an attempt to avoid being taken into custody.
DWI too. Please don't do that.
No, stop talking.
I don't have no STDs.
Stop talking.
I swear.
Stop.
Hey.
Stop.
Escape. Please.
Stop.
My kid.
I don't care. Turn around.
I'm drunk.
You don't know what you're missing, too, with the lemon pepper chicken. You don't know what you're missing, Miss Producer. She just said, I will fuck you 2 times. I will fuck you. I have no STD. I have no She's trying to get her ass out of that one. Oh, my goodness gracious. She said, I will fuck you. Of all things you could have thought of to say right then and there. I mean, that was the most logical thing that you could say as a woman. That was the most logical thing that you could definitely say.
You want to let me go to jail? Seriously, go through. I have no.
I'm glad I paused it right on that, too. I have no STD. I might retitle this pod that. I have no STD. I might retitle the pod that. Instead of I Know You Lying, I think I'm going to retitle that I Have No STD. That is going to be the new title of the pod. Just mark that down right now. That is the new title of this pod. I have no STD. I can't put the first part of it, but that is definitely going to be the title now. I have no STD. She said, don't you know I will fuck you? Don't you know I will fuck you? Please, I will fuck you. Yo, she ain't that drunk. She don't have pants on anyway. Right. But that's the thing. It's a whole camera right there. And there's too many police officers getting in trouble for that shit nowadays. There's too many people getting in trouble for that nowadays.
Let me go.
Jones toast chicken? All right, you got it. You got it, my brother. You got it. You know how to make the General Toast.
Go ahead and bring
Just say
Stop
I
talking.
will not do this no more. Please. I need to get back to my kids. I'm drunk.
The woman tried everything to avoid being arrested, but she was ultimately taken into custody. What are your thoughts on this clip? Drop your comments below. On January 21st, 2024, while patrolling near Mayflower, Arkansas State Trooper was informed by the Troop A Communications Center that the Conway Police Department was pursuing a black Toyota RAV4. With the potential to intercept the pursuit, the trooper activated emergency equipment and proceeded eastward. Upon joining the pursuit, the trooper quickly began closing the distance to execute a pit maneuver. However, the suspect attempted to thwart the effort by repeatedly brake-checking the trooper and erratically changing lanes. For a significant portion of the pursuit, the suspect drove recklessly in the middle of the road or even in the oncoming traffic lane. This forced the trooper to exercise extreme caution and wait for the perfect opportunity to safely stop the vehicle, as any misstep could have caused serious harm to innocent people. The trooper executed a successful TVI, spinning the vehicle off the road into a ditch. The suspect fled on foot but was tackled and arrested without further incident. A search revealed stolen property, and the suspect now faces charges of driving on a suspended license, shoplifting, and felony fleeing. On October 8, 2023, Arkansas State Trooper Ronald Elkins initiated a pursuit of a Mercury Grand Marquis after the driver failed to stop for an expired license plate. The situation escalated as the driver refused to pull over. Trooper Ronald Elkins closed the gap on the fleeing Mercury Grand Marquis, patiently waiting for the right opportunity to execute a pit maneuver and safely bring the pursuit to an end.
Bro said, should I stop? Should I let him go? I mean, should I stop? Should I get out? Fuck it, I'm gonna keep going.
A perfectly timed pit maneuver by Trooper Elkins sent the Mercury Grand Marquis splashing into a ditch.
It did, but that nigga out. You saw how fast nigga got out? You saw how fast he got out there, bitch?
A perfectly timed pit maneuver by Trooper Elkins sent the Mercury Grand Marquis splashing into a ditch. The driver fled into the woods, evading capture that day. However, persistence paid off when the suspect was located and arrested a few days later, bringing the case to a close. On September 14, 2023, Trooper was traveling eastbound on Central Avenue when he observed a vehicle with a cracked windshield and expired tags. The trooper positioned behind the vehicle and activated emergency lights. Driver then turned onto Main Street. Following vehicle to South Walnut, the trooper activated the siren to get the driver's attention. Upon noticing the officer, the driver rapidly accelerated, attempting to flee.
Just north of Kendall with Arkansas 917, Nora George Zebra 917 NGZ. Ready for you to pick up.
Trooper, familiar with the area, made the decision to perform a TVI as they approached a neighborhood, causing the vehicle to rotate counterclockwise, hit a telephone pole, and overturn once, landing upright in a church parking lot. The driver exited the vehicle from the rear driver's side door, falling face down in the parking lot. After the vehicle continued rolling, hitting a church sign and a tree, he remained on the ground, moaning and unable to communicate clearly. Driver was taken to the North Arkansas.
Bro was hurt after that. What am I reading in this chat right now? What on God's name am I reading in this chat right now? Soft and hard mukbangs. What y'all talking about here? I'm just reading the last like 10 sentences. What the hell am I reading in this goddamn chat?
Regional Medical Center and later charged with fleeing in a vehicle, no insurance, reckless driving, no seatbelt, theft of property, $1,000, failure to register, and defective tail lamps. Driver also had a felony warrant out of the Newton County Sheriff's Office, which was served. The damages to the church sign were estimated at $1,000 and the telephone pole at $1,500. In Savannah, Georgia, a trooper spotted a vehicle exceeding the posted speed limit. As the trooper activated his lights and sirens to initiate a traffic stop, the driver immediately pulled into a gas station, which seemed like it would be a routine stop. However, what started as a standard traffic stop quickly escalated into one of the craziest nights for the trooper.
Appreciate it. How you doing, man? I'm Trooper Jack. Can I get your driver's license with you? Appreciate it. All right, Mr. Wright, the reason I'm stopping you is checking back there on the viaduct. It says 60 miles an hour, so 40 mile an hour zone. Okay, y'all not maintaining your lane.
As the trooper approached the vehicle, he noticed suspicious behavior from the driver, raising his concerns. The situation escalated further when the driver stepped out of the vehicle, increasing the tension. The trooper, now on high alert, prepared for what could potentially turn into a dangerous situation.
Back, okay? Yeah, we're interested in you. Okay. What? Drugs.
Bro, ain't that drunk?
The driver, clearly intoxicated, suddenly fled when the trooper attempted to arrest him, initiating a high-speed pursuit.
I mean, shit, it wasn't like he did the tightrope walk all fucked up and whatnot. He was very coherent. I thought he was going to turn around and snuff the cop then. He waited till he's about to put him in some cuffs and said, oh, hell no, I had to make show.
The suspect was speeding over 100 miles per hour, running red lights and stop signs with no regard for the safety of other drivers on the road. Kenneth Wright, 37, got away after the trooper's car caught fire during a high-speed pursuit. During the chase, Wright struck 56-year-old Stephen Milton, who was crossing the street, instantly killing him. Wright was later found guilty on 9 counts, including felony murder and homicide by vehicle, after the deadly hit-and-run in June 2021. The pursuit began when Wright fled from a traffic stop, driving over 100 miles per hour and running red lights. Despite the trooper's efforts, Wright escaped temporarily, but he was eventually apprehended and convicted for his actions. On January 25, 2023, Florida Highway Patrol troopers received a report of burglary suspects from Lake Worth. After searching for some time, they located a vehicle matching the description. When lights and sirens were
Yeah, we ain't gotta look at too much. They're getting serious. I thought there's gonna be some more funny ones, but they're getting into some serious shit. All right, so since we on that topic, since we a little bit on a serious topic, let's see here.
A major ruling against both P. Diddy and Jay-Z, as a judge rules a rape accuser can remain anonymous, at least for now. And the judge gets spicy in her ruling too, calling out Jay-Z's attorney for filing what she says is a litany of motions that are a waste of judicial resources. But before we can get into this latest motion, let's take a few steps back to look at the basics. Sean Combs, P. Diddy, has been living at the Metropolitan Detention Center for the past 3 months now. That's because he faces federal charges of racketeering conspiracy, sex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion, and transportation to engage in prostitution. But Diddy's fall from grace came far before his September arrest, but rather last November, when the first civil suit against him was filed alleging sexual abuse. Since then, there have been almost too many civil lawsuits to keep up with, and another high-profile name has recently made its way into a filing: Jay-Z. Sean Carter, Beyonce's husband, whatever you know him as, is now accused of raping a 13-year-old girl at one of P. Diddy's parties. We reported on this specific lawsuit back when it was filed in October, but here's a quick refresher. The woman who filed this civil suit is listed only as Jane Doe. She hasn't revealed her true identity and doesn't have to, at least for now, but more on that later. Now, Jane Doe says she met Diddy's limo driver outside the MTV Video Music Awards in September 2000. He told her, quote, Combs liked younger girls and said she'll fit what Diddy was looking for, not allowing her into the awards, but inviting her to an after party. Later that night, the driver brought her to a large white house that was behind a gated fence, and inside, she saw multiple celebrities she recognized, and of course, P. Diddy. According to her suit, once inside, 2 men asked plaintiff, that's Jane Doe, to sign a non-disclosure agreement informing her that she could not discuss what happened at the party. She gave them her name and signed the form, but did not receive a copy. Eventually, Jane Doe accepted a drink at this party. She says it was a reddish-yellow mixture and tasted like orange juice, cranberry juice, and something else bitter mixed in. Jane Doe now believes Diddy or one of his associates slipped something into her drink. After all of this, Jane Doe had some of the drink. She says she started feeling woozy and wanted to lie down. So she went into what she thought was an empty room but did not lock the door. The next part is a direct quote from Jane Doe's lawsuit, and it's pretty disturbing. Quote, "Soon after, Combs, along with a male and female celebrity, entered the room. Combs aggressively approached plaintiff Jane Doe with a crazed look in his eyes, grabbed her, and said, 'You are ready to party.'" Okay, I know you're multitasking when you're watching our videos, and if you're LC News, amended her lawsuit to publicly name Jay-Z, alleging he raped her that night. And again, reminder, she's only 13 at the time. Jay-Z completely denies these allegations. He's made a motion earlier this month even for Jane Doe to reveal her identity. And that's not the first time we've seen this tactic, and the last time it actually worked. We reported on this too. The original Jane Doe, who filed civil suit against Diddy in late 2023, the one who included pictures in her lawsuit, was just recently ordered to reveal her name publicly. And that's when we learned that Jane Doe is actually Anna Kane. She's known mostly as the ex-wife of hockey player Evander Kane. So following this same pattern, Jay-Z's team filed a motion demanding Jane Doe make her name public. Here's what his team wrote. Admissions by the plaintiff, meaning Jane Doe, and damning admissions by her own father in a December 13 revelatory NBC interview cast yet further doubt on a claim that was obviously false from the start. The timeline, location, and occurrence of events alleged in plaintiff's complaint are rendered impossible by these admissions. She claims her father picked her up after the assault, and this next part they mean to write, he took a 5-hour trip. She claims she spoke with musician Benji Madden that night. He was not even in New York. She claims the assault took place at an after-party hosted in a private residence. Photos show Mr. Carter at an after-party at a nightclub. When pressed by NBC, plaintiff was forced to admit, "I've made some mistakes. I may have made a mistake in identifying. Not all faces there are as clear, and even that she was guessing about key details, including the time it took to reach the venue." What is more, she admits she does not have a single corroborating witness over the last 24 years. In this motion, Jay-Z's team calls for an immediate preservation order, suggesting that Tony Busby, Jane Doe's attorney, could destroy key evidence in the case. The filing even says there's a substantial risk that this may happen. So Jay-Z wants this preservation order, but if not that, he wants the lawsuit completely thrown out and dismissed. But the judge wasn't going for it. This is the spicy part of the motion we mentioned earlier. To start, she broke down the criteria for keeping a plaintiff's name out of a lawsuit, saying there are several key factors in play in Jane Doe's case. 1, whether the litigation involves matters that are highly sensitive and of a personal nature. 2, whether identification poses a risk of retaliatory physical or mental harm to the party seeking to proceed anonymously, or even more critically, to innocent non-parties. Another risk, whether the plaintiff is particularly vulnerable to the possible harms of disclosure, particularly in light of her age, and whether the plaintiff's identity has thus far been kept confidential. Now, the motion lays out the pros and cons of keeping Jane Doe's name quiet. The judge notes, most importantly, plaintiff's continued anonymity may cause prejudice to defendants, making it more difficult for them to collect the facts necessary to mount a defense and, as appropriate, challenge plaintiff's credibility. But she says, nevertheless, at this exceedingly early stage in this case, the factors counseling against disclosure outweigh those that counsel in favor. So the judge granted Jane Doe's motion to remain anonymous, at least for now. She does note, though, that the court intends to revisit this decision at a future date. After all this, the judge addresses Jay-Z's prior motion and basically calls out his defense team. She says they have, quote, submitted a litany of letters and motions attempting to impugn the character of plaintiff's lawyer, many of them expounding on the purported urgency of this case. This next part is extra fiery. Quote, Carter's lawyers' relentless filing of combative motions containing inflammatory language and ad hominem attacks is inappropriate, a waste of judicial resources and a tactic unlikely to benefit his clients. The court will not fast-track the judicial process merely because counsel demands it. So we've
So pretty much what they say is the judge is tired of Alex Shapiro's shit. Listen, I am sick and tired of you being up here crying and whining about this case. Like I said before, this ain't even your client Jay-Z's case. This is Diddy's case. Now, I understand you might represent these two behind the scenes, but nobody knows that you represent both of them. That's the catch-22 here. He actually represents both of them. So by him trying to get the case dismissed, he's trying to remove all credibility pretty much that would give Diddy a loophole in a sense. If they were to remove the credibility of this case and get it dismissed, that kind of ruins the credibility in public and goes against the court of public opinion for Diddy in majority of his cases, especially the ones that are filed by Tony Busby, which is a good handful of them. We're talking about hundreds of them, okay? Hundreds of victims as well. So, in a sense, Alex Shapiro trying to get this, dismissed so many different times and him trying to call so many different motions on top of Diddy trying to get bail 3 different times and getting denied every single fucking time, it's starting to not look good. And him doing all this is making him look even more guilty than less guilty. If you weren't guilty and you're saying that you're innocent and this sounds all as crazy as you think it sounds, then you wouldn't say anything. You wouldn't even say it. You would disregard this whole thing and act like it wasn't even a thing. But because it's tied to Diddy and it has some validity to it, on top of people already had the assumptions of it with you, people already had dug up the truth in all the other different women that were so young that dated you. That's the thing. If it wasn't for the fact that you had Foxy Brown, Beyonce, Aaliyah, all these other young women that you were dating while you were in your 30s, almost 40 already, nigga, we wouldn't be talking about this.
Gone through the motion and the ruling on paper, but what does all of that really mean? So we're joined now by criminal defense attorney Adam Conta to take a closer look at the judge's ruling. Now, Adam, is this a win for Jane Doe, do you think, to remain anonymous?
Yeah, it's a win for Jane Doe, certainly, but it's like a short win. It's really much more of a loss for the legal team of Jay-Z and Diddy.
Why would you say that? Because the judge was kind of harsh to Jay-Z and Diddy in her response?
Yeah, this is sort of like, if a child asks you for something and you're trying to like teach them a lesson, you say, no, not right now. Go be good for a little while, then come back and ask me again. That is almost exactly what Judge Annalisa Torres did here. She wanted to send a message directly to Alex Spiro, who is obviously one of the most prolific attorneys in the country right now. I've known him for 20 years. He started as a DA in Manhattan. I knew him as a DA in Manhattan. I had cases against him as a DA in Manhattan. And he's gone on to do incredible things. But he has a very specific style. And there's a lot of people who don't like that style. And Judge Torres is one of them. He's now twice kind of taken the reins and tried to take control of the narrative of cases by putting on sort of these preemptive press conferences. He did it with Mayor Adams, and he did it now with Jay-Z, where he goes to the press and essentially puts on a PowerPoint and says, hey, this is why I think this case is garbage. This is all the inconsistencies. This is where this case fails. But it's obviously from his point of view. And so the judge doesn't like that.
Yeah, he shot his brother. Oh, no, it's his cousin. He shot his cousin over his ring. His cousin stole the ring from him, and he shot him over that. That's actually what happened. He had shot him over that when he was
12. The other side of that, especially for me as a defense attorney, is, well, that's what the DAs do every time they make a big arrest.
He rapped about the whole story, I believe, on the second verse of "You Must Love Me." That song, "You Must Love Me," on Life and Times, the second album.
The federal prosecutors do every time they make a big arrest. They go in front of the camera and they put on this sort of dog and pony show press conference to like tell the nation why this is such a just arrest, why this is such a just prosecution, and to try to get public opinion behind them as they move forward in the case. It's really Alex Spiro doing the exact opposite thing to help his client but the judge really didn't like it. And so all of that is to say that this ruling to me is specifically directed at Alex Spiro, saying, I don't like what you're doing. I don't like all the motions you're filing. I don't like how you're going about handling this case. And if you continue to do it, you're not the only one who's got some tricks up their sleeve. I can also do things to make this process more difficult.
Yeah, the second half of this motion was kind of
Actually, reading the lyrics back, I'm wrong, Freddie B. You're right. It was his older brother. It was his brother. That's my bad. I forgot who told the story and said it was his cousin, but you're right. It actually is his brother. I mean, I had to read the lyrics back again.
crazy. She really called him out. I thought it was really interesting to go through the motion and read it. And it sounds like it was a major tactic on his side to do these press conferences, as you said, file these motions. So if he doesn't stop doing that and just continues bombarding her with all of these motions, what sort of response could the judge have?
If I'm being honest, not much. You know, I mean,
real quick, while we're on the subject, real quick, might as well, right? While we're on the subject. While we're on it, we used to fight every night, but I never would suffer. Just smile, my big brother's trying to make me tougher. As we grew, fussing and fighting continued. As I plundered through your stuff and snuck your clothes to school. Got intense, real intense as we got older. Never believed it would lead to me popping one in your shoulder. Where my rings? See, it was over the rings. Where my rings? Knew you had it because you took too long. As Mickey, Annie, and the girl that bought it looked on, huffing and puffing, gun in my hand, told you step outside. Hoping you said no, but you hurt my pride. Make our way down the steps. Maybe you thought it was just a threat. Or maybe your life was just that crazy and you was begging for death. Try to justify this in my young mind, but the adrenaline and my ego hurt combined drove me berserk. Saw the devil in your eyes, high off more than weed. Confused, I just closed my young eyes and squeezed. With a sound, opened my eyes just in time to see you stumbling to the ground. Damn, what the fuck I done now? Running around in the circles, thinking I'm passed out. Hot gun burning in my waist, ran straight to Jazz house. Like a strange, oh damn, I just shot my nigga and ran off into the night as if it was not my nigga. Left the scene, how could I go out that way? Still you asked to see me in the hospital the next day. You must love me. That was a crazy, I'm not gonna lie, as much shit we talk about Jay, he's wrote some very prolific verses for rap music. He's wrote some very prolific verses of his time. And when he tells his truth, he's still one of the best lyricists that you ever heard. Regardless of what we say, you know, regardless of what the information that there is about him and those things, we can never take that away from him. That he's one of the best rappers that we've ever heard. And for that to be, you know, something that really happened in his past, that was kind of crazy though. That is kind of crazy that he would shoot his brother over rings, but he was 12 years old at the same time. So a 12-year-old with a gun in Brooklyn, you probably don't have the right state of mind, you know what I'm saying? Over something like that, you probably are going to pull that trigger because you don't even know any better. You just know you have the gun. You just know you have the gun, and it's a form of power, in a sense. Nas rapped about that on the song, I Gave You Power. They always tell us the truth in these songs. Yes, they do. They always do. They definitely always do.
The federal court system has a lot of power, and the judges there have a lot of power, and they demand a level of respect that that sometimes judges in state court don't demand. And I say respect, actually, it's more formality. They demand a formality in the process. And so they can do these things, and they can make your life very difficult. But they don't have a lot of leverage, especially over someone like Alex Spiro, who works at a private firm. You know, the judges can't stop him from continuing to bring in a stream of business. And the reality is that even though this victim's name has been continued to be made anonymous for the public for now, that just cannot continue. Because what the judge is doing currently is balancing the public's need for information and the defense's need for information so they can prepare for trial versus the effect that this will have on the alleged victim and her psyche. And obviously the world knows that as soon as her name is revealed, everyone is going to come down on her, from the media to her, to his attorneys, to the social media. You're going to get it from all sides. And so she's doing this victim, the alleged victim, a favor right now by keeping her anonymous, but it's just not practical. So if he keeps doing this, getting back to your question, if he keeps filing these motions, if he keeps making the process difficult, she could sanction him, but she would.
No, not at all, Icon Vani. Not at all. Not at all. Because NBC definitely works with. So the actual interviewer that worked with that talked to the lady, that talked to the lady that was autistic, she actually is someone that is a spokesperson that works very close with the Kardashians. She's actually I forgot the publicist. Excuse me. That's what I was trying to say. She's with the publicist team for the Kardashians. So even when she spoke about saying she's in very close contact with the people at Rock Nation, that was also key to tell you that she's in very much cahoots with the other side of the team. She's not necessarily for the victims. She's definitely on the other side of the fence with this one.
Really have to prove that his motions were not just frivolous, but almost malicious. But ultimately, she's going to have to sign off on revealing the identity of this alleged victim. And there's nothing that's going to stop that from happening if this case continues to move forward.
Let's talk a bit more about Jane Doe and her identity yet to be revealed, because as of right now, we just have Jane Doe. But if we refer back to previous cases, there was another Jane Doe case. We just recently learned her name, Anna Kane. It came out, the judge ruled. So do you think in this case, the judge could maybe reference that other one and say, okay, time's running out. We got to know your name. It's just the way it's got to go.
Yeah, this is a major news story because it's related to Jay-Z, because it's related to Diddy, and even because the attorneys, Tony Busby and Alex Spiro, involved. Those are names that are big names right now. And so it gets attention, but this isn't an unusual thing. There are plenty of cases that all of us in the criminal justice world have had where we want to know a victim's name. We want to know more information on an undercover cop. We want to know an alleged victim of sexual assault, so we can get an investigator, so we can do our research, so we can do all these things. And even without the bright lights of Hollywood and the media and scrutiny of social media, judges still routinely rule in favor of protecting someone's identity in this situation. So I don't think this is sort of outside the box where no other judge or judicial review committee is going to look at Annalisa Torres' decision and say, wow, this is so unreasonable. This is going to get overturned immediately. This is outrageous. You're not hearing any of that. In fact, if you look at some of these articles, they'll even say, this is kind of a routine thing. But the reality is, like the case you just referenced, at some point, it is impossible to prepare. It is impossible to confront your accuser, which you have a constitutional right to do, unless you have their identity, unless you can do some real meaningful work. And getting the name of the accuser the day before trial or a week before trial, which some of us have had happen, is mostly a thing of the past now, because appeals courts have been pretty clear that that is a massive prejudice to be able to put on a reasonable and meaningful defense for your client.
And this is something that Judge Torres referenced specifically in her motion. She basically said, I will keep this quiet. Your name will be Jane Doe for now, but I reserve the right to change my mind. And according to what you're saying, it sounds like she might. What could a timetable look like for that, for us to know Jane Doe's true identity?
It's hard to say. I mean, part of what the judge was angry about was Alex Spiro's constant barrage of letters, which she found combative, full of inflammatory language. But the heart of those letters was essentially, let's move this along. Let's do this as fast as possible. So even if she's trying to stop him from doing that, I don't think there's going to be a shift in strategy on trying to move this case forward as fast as possible. They want this case resolved and done as fast as possible. Now, sometimes that's just puffery, but we'll see as this case goes on. If you see a continuance of Mr. Spiro's sort of pursuing getting this to trial quickly, then that's going to shorten up the timeline. A lot of times attorneys ask for more time to review discovery, to prepare, to find witnesses. But in this case, it sounds like they want to push this as fast as possible. So the closer we get to a hearing or a trial that has some sort of meaningful result attached to it, then the judge will be forced to turn over, not turn over, the judge will be forced to reverse her decision and make the name public.
Something we have to remember from this specific Jane Doe lawsuit is it gave us the bombshell revelation of Jay-Z's involvement. So when it was first filed, he was simply Celebrity A, and there's a Celebrity B, but we didn't know who he was. Now we know it's Jay-Z. It's been amended to actually have his name in there, Sean Carter. But there's still Celebrity B, a female celeb. We don't know who she is. Do you think her identity could be revealed?
You know, that's going to be probably up to Tony Busby, the attorney for the plaintiff. Clearly, they're trying to use these sort of Celebrity A pseudonyms as leverage. And you can see what happened when they put Sean Carter in there. I think it was first filed in October, and then they put him in only a few weeks ago on December 8th. And look what we're doing now. We're talking about it. It's in the news. It kind of had died down, the specific allegations. It was more just sort of an umbrella story about Diddy and what his parties meant and sort of what they mean right now in the legal world and in the world of media. But now that they've added Jay-Z's name specifically to it, it's obviously getting a whole new wave of attention and more focused attention on this victim. So I think it's going to be tied to the media cycle, if I had to guess, and how these rulings continue. And they have this celebrity name that is sort of waiting to take over the headlines when they choose to release it. So I think it will be added, but it's going to be a strategic time.
What about additional lawsuits? Because Tony Busby, the name you've been mentioning a lot, has said, he said there were thousands of allegations, but he says he's going to file more than 100 civil lawsuits. So we obviously know that P. Diddy is going to be involved in this, but could Jay-Z, could other celebrities that have yet to be named?
Yeah, of course. Just put a dartboard up, put any celebrity you want on there and just throw a dart. And any one of them could be involved. I mean, how many people have you heard named that were at these parties? Like, these were synonymous. When you said party, Hollywood party in the early 2000s, Diddy was synonymous with that. There's a sketch you can find online of the opening scene to the VMAs, right? The MTV Video Music Awards. The whole point of the sketch is that everyone was at a Diddy party. The whole thing is surrounded about glorifying Diddy's parties. And so everyone who was hot during that time period was at one of these parties. I mean, Jay-Z, LeBron James, Ashton Kutcher. I mean, the list is endless of celebrities who were there. But obviously being there has no association with this type of wrongdoing. This is so beyond the pale of attending a party. And so, yeah, I mean, you could see anybody's name, but please keep in mind that just attending a party does not mean you were involved in some litany of sexual assaults on a minor or an adult. So I wonder, as this goes on, I think we're going to start seeing more stories on both sides. You just saw from Blake Lively, which is a completely separate story, but you can see from her and what's come about her recently that if you want to do a smear campaign against someone, there are firms out there. That's their whole job. And I think what we're learning right now is it's not that difficult. You get a few people and a few key pieces, and you can really turn the tide of public opinion. So now we're also starting to see stories about Tony Busby. And did he do some wrongdoing? And he's getting sued for things. I have no clue if he's ever done anything wrong in his life. I don't know the man, and I don't know the stories well enough to comment on whether or not what he did is right or wrong, or if there's any truth to it. But, I think a cautionary tale here is Michael Avenatti, who's Stormy Daniels' attorney, right? We all remember that guy shot to fame so fast, and everyone loved him because they could not wait to take down Trump with this porn star who he had paid off. But people didn't do their research. And then all of a sudden, this guy, Michael Avenatti, who was the hottest attorney in the country, who was on the way to like a political career and fame and fortune, where is he now? He's in federal prison because it also turned out he had blackmailed the executives of Nike for trying to do a smear campaign against them. So we're just at the beginning stages of the power of the media and people with malicious intent can do. And I think we're going to see a really ugly play out here.
Michael Avenatti, I haven't heard that name or thought about him in a while because you're right, he is in federal prison now. But you're good to remind us too that what we've been talking about today has been civil lawsuits, these allegations separate from the criminal ones that Diddy is facing. But it also begs the question, could the feds that eventually arrested P. Diddy, he's now charged federally, could they be taking a closer look at Jay-Z now that his name is out there in the public?
They could be, but they certainly haven't tipped their hand at all. It was a much clearer path to see that Diddy was going to get indicted and that Diddy was going to have some real criminal legal issues ahead of him. Right now, all we have are allegations, and I'm sure there is evidence behind those allegations on both sides, both for innocence and for guilt.
But see, that's the thing. We already done discovered the fact that Jay-Z's been investigated in the early 2000s for Rihanna. He's been investigated in the early 2000s for underage women beforehand. Jonathan Hay already confirmed that. So it's this. That's the thing. It's not like this is brand new. And for him to publicly say, even though it was made it an anonymous tip that was close to Jay-Z, they made it seem like it was an anonymous tip that Jay-Z thought that he was going to jail. That's why he canceled the Made in America festival. Let me see if I can find that real quick, because a lot of people don't know that. Let me see. To jail, cancels Made in America. Let me see. I hate that now Jay-Z's name was just covered with the rape allegation. Due to severe. Let me see what it says right here. And they blamed it on severe circumstances outside of production control. Let me see if I can find the actual blind item though. Where's the blind item? Give me 1 second. I know I can find it. Oh, here it is. I think this is it right here.
You want more? I'll give you more.
Yeah, this is it right here.
Missed this blind item on March 27th because this is from the day my main account got banned. This married permanent A-list rapper met with a criminal defense attorney yesterday. Is he worried about being next? That's Jay-Z. By the way, we are doing the Scientology deep dive now on the Patreon. Next up is Jay-Z and Beyonce blind item deep dive. So subscribe.
Okay, so that's the same lady that said it, but let me see if this is the
You want more, I'll give you more. By the way, before I forget, Jay-Z's Made in America festival canceled for the second year in a row. The permanent A-list rapper thought there would be a fair chance he would be in jail by the time Labor Day rolled around, so canceled his festival. Why does Jay-Z allegedly think that there is a fair chance he will be in jail by the time Labor Day has rolled around?
See what I mean? So I remember when this blind item was going around, and the first thing I thought of was he must be tied into something with Diddy. Because this blind item started going out around the time that the Cassie lawsuit had came out. I remember that specifically.
That people are looking at, but at the moment, it doesn't seem close to transitioning to any sort of criminal charges, to me.
We're getting closer to 2025, just days, hours away at this point, and that means we will be in the same year as this trial is set to begin. I believe it's May 5th is jury selection for Diddy. What do you think about that? It's a pretty quick turnaround in my mind, but what are your thoughts? Will both sides be ready?
Well, I don't know. It is a quick turnaround. It's a very quick turnaround, especially when there's this dearth of evidence. You're talking about potentially 150 witnesses. To be able to prepare for something like that is a monumental task. But Diddy's attorney, Mark Agnifilo, is incredibly skilled. He's incredibly talented and hardworking, and he has a team of people who can help him prepare. And again, like Jay-Z, so far, everything they've said to the media is we are going to push this as fast and as hard as we can to get this to trial, because once we get it to trial, we will be able to exonerate our client. And so that's really going to tell you everything you need to know about this case. Do they follow that timeline? Or in April and March, are they saying, well, actually, we need some more time. Maybe we push this off to November or something like that. We don't know yet. But right now, all signs that we have are that is a very genuine request, and they very much want to get this to trial as fast as possible.
Criminal, civil, whatever it is, we're obviously following any updates in the Diddy story, now Jay-Z too. But Adam Conta, thanks for coming on and breaking down this specific motion today.
Thanks so much for having me.
As always, we've...
Okay, so, as I said before, this is not Jay-Z's case. So Alex Shapiro, if anything, really just needs to back off. He doesn't need to keep trying to file motions to get this thing dismissed, because if anything, it's furthermore damaging to Jay-Z than anything. It's making him look way more guilty than it is making him look innocent, to be completely honest with you. So while we're on the subject of things, Jailhouse Rock. Diddy has a prison meltdown in Hellhole Jail as he couldn't believe he had to spend Christmas behind bars. Now, this one does sound a little clickbaity, but I've been seeing a lot of different posts that say this specifically. So I just wanted to read this, and The Sun is pretty credible, so I will definitely read from The Sun. They are pretty credible. When he takes the DNA test, that's going to be the run on the gun with charges. Yes, that's the thing. And that's why I keep trying to tell people, like, the rape case is not, the grape case, I should say, is not going to be the angle that they go at Jay at. It's going to be this, it's going to be the child, it's going to be a couple of other things. It might even be Aaliyah. It might even be the whistleblowing of Ronnie Bo through R. Kelly. It's going to be something. It's going to definitely be something, though. But I don't think this is going to be the main angle that they go at. That's the only thing. So, the music mogul reportedly begged guards to be taken to a prison hospital for observation, claiming he believed he was suffering a breakdown on Thursday. He looks crazy in this picture right here, though. They got him looking real crazy right here in this picture. Like, he looks super worried about every little thing that's even going on. But look at this little picture right here. So you got Swiss Beats, Alicia Keys, Beyonce, Jay-Z, Steve Stout, Kanye West, Kim Kardashian. Looks like not Beyonce. I can't tell who that is behind Kim Kardashian. But I see Cassie and Diddy. So look at the times right here. Look at the times right here. And this is just 2016. This is 2016. So this is 8 years ago, going on 9 years ago. Funny how time flies. Funny how time flies, y'all. Funny how time flies. And there's what people have been saying is one of the laced De Leon bottles. It's 2005 VMAs. So guards at Brooklyn's Metropolitan Detention Center refused Diddy's bizarre request. According to a source close to the rapper, the insider said with his high-powered legal team, Diddy thought he'd be out on bail by now. Spending the holidays behind bars was a nightmare for him. He eventually managed to calm himself down with the meditation technique he's been using while he's been behind bars. It took him a few hours of deep breathing and focusing to get out of the bad space he was in, but he finally managed it. But another source close to the disgraced rapper denied claims. They told the Daily Mail the rapper is continuing to stay strong in prison, even over the Christmas period, which he would usually spend with his kids. Diddy has also allegedly appeared astonishingly thinner and gray at a recent court hearing after 3 months in federal custody. An eyewitness said there was a stark difference in the disgraced rapper's appearance, fueling speculation about how prison life is affecting the music mogul, once dripped in luxury. He appeared just astonishingly thinner, which you can expect from him being inside a federal detention center for a couple of months now, said law and crime reporter Elizabeth Milliner, who attended the hearing. Wow, they had the Diddy ass slap. They had the Diddy ass slap of Jay-Z on stage right here. That's crazy. A lot of different.
Rockefeller Show, motherfucking city. I love New York. Who gon' respect this hustle? Rockefeller Show, motherfucking city. I love New York. Who gon' respect this hustle? Now what you know about that?
I'm telling you. A lot different from the luxury lifestyle that he was living before. But he appeared very noticeably thinner, and maybe being locked up in detention is starting to wear on him. Milliner added that Diddy's hair also looked noticeably grayer, a far cry from his polished image just days before his arrest in September, when he was seen in Central Park playing hacky sack. I mean, he is about 50-some years old. He's 55 right now, so the Sun he doesn't have the dye that he used to have. So the Sun contacted Sean Diddy Combs' representatives for more information. Diddy 55 has repeatedly denied all allegations against him, pleading not guilty to charges of sex trafficking, racketeering, and other related offenses. A source close to him maintains that he remains fit, healthy, and fully focused on his defense. Page 6 have reported Combs is being held at the Brooklyn Metropolitan Detention Center, EMDC, a facility infamous for its grim conditions. We don't have to read the rest of it. Of course, he had the meals that were basic for Thanksgiving. He's going to have the same thing for Christmas, New Year's, and so on forthcoming. God damn it. Oh, this is from, this is something that they found from, whatchamacallit? From Superhead's book. In the 2005 memoir, Confessions of a Video Vixen, Overson detailed being sent to Diddy's home by her then boyfriend, music executive Irv Gotti, where she claims she was pressured into having sex with the rapper. Whenever there was someone who Gotti wanted to impress, he would send me to them, and I would take care of them, she wrote. Combs was arrested on September 16th in Manhattan by Homeland Security on charges of racketeering. So Superhead got sent to him. Superhead was sent to him by Irv Gotti back in the day. She actually put in her book as well. Now, again, I don't think Diddy's necessarily getting out of jail anytime soon. Yeah, I noticed that too. Cherie. I noticed that too. I don't know what it's been doing lately. I guess, like I said, it's been cracking down on, and that's why I thought about what I was going to do tonight with the Freemason thing, and I said I'm going to leave it at the Twitch. I'm going to leave it at the Twitch because I can already see now they're trying to figure out what exactly I do. I think they're trying to figure out what exactly I do at this point. I'm trying to throw them off with the gaming, but they're on to me. I think they're on to me still. I think they're still on to me in a sense. Jay gonna send Diddy cake with a file in it. That's funny as hell. Yeah, I just noticed there's only like 3 or 4 people chatting in the chat, but it's a few different. It's like 26 watching. So I don't know who the other people are, but shout out to you for definitely tuning in. Like I said, I already see what it is. It's the fact that some of the viewers don't necessarily know to tune in for gaming. Some don't know to tune in for the pod. So I think tomorrow I'm going to try the OBS after today's Indiana Jones sort of failure. I'm going to just use OBS and stream Marvel Rivals tomorrow. That's what I'm going to do. But I'm not going to stream it from this particular channel. This particular channel is going to go back to, if anything. You know what? I'll try one more time with Marvel Rivals tomorrow on this channel. But then after that, like I said, this is going to strictly go back to just being the pod. Because I notice it's more people that actually tune in for certain content on here. And I need to make myself more the brand before I incorporate the gaming to it. I'll say that. Definitely a hot mess in these YouTube streets. Definitely a hot mess right now in these YouTube streets. I definitely will say that. Speaking of being a hot mess in these YouTube streets, this just came out today. Jaguar writes HIV comments misinterpreted. MusicEssentials.com issues correction on Diddy claims. In a recent turn of events that has caught the attention of media and fans alike, MusicEssentials.com found itself in hot water over a significant error in their reporting regarding Sean Diddy Combs and gossiper Jaguar Wright. An article published on the site suggested serious allegations made by Wright, who's also a singer, implied that Diddy was concealing his health status alongside other high-profile figures. However, the outlet has since acknowledged this misinterpretation and taken steps to rectify the situation. Wright's initial comments stirred controversy as they suggested that Diddy, like others in the industry, might be keeping his health status a secret while continuing to thrive professionally while discussing the ongoing struggles within the music scene. P. Diddy had the opportunity like everybody else. You know what's wild about that, though? He faced that head up, Wright noted. Her statements did not stop there as she delved deeper, labeling Diddy a destructive force in the industry and claiming he had been a figure of negativity for decades. He's been the devil for 30 years, she stated, suggesting that influential industry figures had protected him, thus allowing his alleged misdeeds to go unchecked. However, confusion arose when MusicEssentials.com reported that Wright claimed Diddy had HIV. Upon further review, the site issued a public mea culpa, clarifying that the allegations had been misinterpreted. Wright was actually referring to basketball icon Magic Johnson, who publicly disclosed his own HIV diagnosis back in 1991, a crucial distinction that had been lost in translation. We want to address a mistake in our earlier coverage of comments made by Jaguar Wright in a recent interview. MusicEssentials.com stated that in their apology, they admitted to having misread the interview transcript and expressed regret over the dissemination of potentially damaging misinformation. To see the portion of the interview, click the player. Of course, we don't necessarily need to watch the portion of the interview, but the incident serves as a stark reminder of the responsibility media platforms bear when tackling sensitive subjects, especially concerning individuals in the public eye. MusicEssentials.com emphasized its commitment to accuracy and accountability in journalism, noting that it would revise its editorial processes to prevent future missteps. Meanwhile, if you're wondering, as of now, this posting, Jaguar Wright has not publicly responded to the backlash or the correction. However, the nature of her original comments has reignited discussions around accountability, health disclosures, and the overall integrity of the music industry. So pretty much it was Jaguar Wright as well as MusicEssentials.com being in hot water. Again, someone just putting their foot in their mouth. Again, someone just putting their foot in their mouth and someone catching it saying, hey, the hell you talking about over there? But yeah, I thought that was pretty interesting there, considering, like I said, she's just been in hot water for, like I said, for the past couple of weeks now with all the bullshit going on. She's been in hot water ever since the allegations. They tried to dismiss the allegations with Jay. And it's kind of crazy how she's gone from being the highlight of everyone and being the one that everyone thanked to being the most hated person right now, which is pretty damn hilarious to me. It's just pretty damn hilarious now that I think about it. And like I said, you got no one to blame but yourself. You got nobody to blame but yourself at the end of the day. How they test him? I don't think so. Propaganda. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They ain't. It's not. This. I don't think so. I don't think so either. I don't think so either. I don't think he has HIV at all. And like I said, it's one of those things where I hate where they try to put those little things in the streets just for the gossipy part of it. And that's why I try to stay away from the gossipy bullshit. If it's not actual facts, if it's not actual, I'm saying something to back it up, I don't need to be paying attention to it. I definitely don't need to be paying attention to it. That's my whole thing. But I thought this was hilarious. I actually thought this was pretty hilarious as well. So apparently, there's a fun a Temu warehouse in China caught flames. 50,000 square foot Temu warehouse went up in flames, and as of now, the total loss of inventory has been estimated to be as high as, get this, y'all, $237. I was on the floor when I read that. At first it was up to 50. The next thing was up to like 139. Now it's hit a marker of $237. I could see if y'all said $1 million worth of shit was lost, but it's hilarious that y'all said it's approximately about $237 worth of shit on there. That mean majority of the shit that y'all made, and this is why people's shit just keep breaking apart and whatnot. The majority of y'all made these shits with 2-cent and 50-cent material. And probably the most expensive thing y'all made was with some 50-cent copper material. I'm trying to tell you right now. Majority of this shit took 2 pennies to make to rub together. What the fuck? Talking about some $237 is all that went up in flames. Nigga, what? This is what I'm talking about. Temu talking about $237 was lost in goods. That big ass building, 57,000 square feet, and $237. The goddamn building insurance is laughing at this shit. How much you lost? Wait, how much in damages? Oh, you can forget that warehouse. Y'all can forget that warehouse. $237 worth of damages. Excuse me? The insurance, I'm telling you right now, when they called the insurance company, they probably put them on mute, ran to the bathroom, and laughed their asses off. $237. $237. Lord have mercy. How the fuck at least the building worth more than that? That's what I'm saying. The insurance had a hilarious time with this one. I'm trying to tell you. How, sir? Hello, State Farm. I'd like to make a claim. All right, sir. You have a claim. You have your insurance is about $2 million. What would you like to make the claim for? $237. Click. 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 What? Talk to Tone. Talk to Tone. You call the insurance company with $1 million insurance, and you try to make a claim on $237. Call, oh my lord, and now I'm wondering too, with it being $237 and they have the right insurance, they might be able to get all that shit back plus a new building, an even bigger building that they could just say, hey, let's just burn this one too and get another claim. I'm saying that's exactly what this sounds like. Because what do you mean? How do you even explain that? Okay, good. I'm good because I saw it. It looked like it was a joke. Just from all the different people that was commenting on it. I ain't see like no big news outlets comment on it, but it looked like it was a huge joke. I just seen Twitter talking about it. Okay, so yeah. On that motherfucking note, I'm with Cherie and Medusa. Like, yo, there's enough people up in here. You know what I'm saying? I wish more people would have been more active in saying something, but it's fine. It's fine. Like I said, tomorrow I'm gonna try one more last time, especially with the new layout. We're gonna try Marvel Rivals, and then we're gonna do a New Year's pod. Do a countdown. I'm gonna come back on here a little shortly before the ball drops, and we're gonna do a countdown together here on New Year's. Have some shots together. You know what I'm saying? Shoot the shit. And we're going to talk about what y'all want to talk about. Because I'm saving the Freemason thing for the first of the year. I'm saving that for Wednesday night's pod on Twitch. That's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to take the chances of doing that shit on YouTube. I'm not stupid. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm not falling for that. So, shout out to everybody that motherfucking tuned in tonight. Fury B, Cherie, Medusa, Icon Bonnie. I know I saw SL up in here earlier. Simple Town Radio, I know you was up in here too. Princess Shuri, I know y'all saw you up in here too as well. Just trying to see who was up in here. Okay. Right, you hear that, Leo? You can't stop us, goddammit. You can't stop the rain. You can't stop the rain. What my nigga said in BMF, you can't stop the rain. No, no. No, 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 no. So, until tomorrow, I love all y'all. And y'all have a great night. Peace.